Welcome back.
We are back. I am harvesting this wheat field.
I'm gonna go for a little journey and sell our wheat here.
And now we were looking off camera. Are we gonna buy a fertilizer spreader before we?
I think we should, but we have to go buy some fertilizer too.
Yes, but we just planted. In theory, I think we just planted the that soybean. It's probably stage 1 fertilizable, right?
Right. So do you do it? You do it 3 times throughout their growth cycle, right?
I would assume you have to do it once per growth phase for it to actually count as anything. That's what my guess would be.
Man, Mary's Farm's a very steep hill.
Yes, I took some stuff to her at the beginning, and it was our tractors are a little rough to get up there.
I'm delivering it by truck right now.
So you used to work a technical business, right?
Yeah.
Like a few of them throughout your day. And I'm sure that you dealt with this before, but as a former IT person who went nursing, who now is, nursing informatics, nurses are not necessarily known as like the most tech-savvy individuals all the time. There's some very technologically advanced nurses for sure, but especially a lot of the veteran nurses they didn't grow up with computers the way that we did, so a lot less on that techie side. I have noticed, and I'm sure you have before, and I'm sure you probably have so many stories, the worst people that I deal with on a regular basis, just from an understanding standpoint of what's actually going on, is I have especially this one particular manager who constantly starts every conversation that I have to have with her about, or with I'm a really tech-savvy person, and if I'm having some problems understanding what's going on, I'm sure everybody else is going to as well. They always seem to be, the people who say that they are the tech-savvy individuals are the least tech-savvy people I have ever met in my entire life.
I find that true about everything. If someone says that they're really amazing at something, normally they're not.
Oh my god, it's so hard to deal with some people. They just constantly throw out there, so I'm a tech-savvy person, so I can tell you what's really going on. It's like, no, you can't. You absolutely cannot. Oh, my work has been so insane lately because we're coming up on a go-live in, a week and a half now for our next phase of implementation. So everything is coming out of the woodwork and, potential problems we're going to run into. And everybody now thinks that they have better ideas than what, the corporation has decided to do or the direction they want to go. And granted, they might be right. I'm the one that's to blame for it not being exactly the way that they want it to be. Because I'm the implementation person.
Right.
It's really frustrating. So that's why I like to bring it back down to the good old farm.
Right. Just get a little farming done.
I would say and go back to a non-technologically savvy time frame, except these machines are pretty damn technologically advanced.
Yeah. Got some nice equipment. For us having the shittiest equipment.
I mean, it's funny because in the technology age with computers, you can write software to do pretty much anything that you want. We've made a lot of advancements in that field throughout the days of DOS to Windows to flip phones to iPhones and things like that. But these are physical pieces of equipment that fucking pick wheat and corn and soybeans for you.
A lot of people have lost their jobs because of these machines. I guess we also got rid of slavery because of these machines.
So, you're good with the bad,
right? Right. Yeah. Have you, do you ever watch, when you get a stand-up on Netflix or anything?
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Dave Chappelle's, he's done 2 specials?
How new are we talking here?
They're a month old, I think.
Oh, definitely. I have not seen those.
Oh man, they're really good. He does this one bit. It's the final throwback at the end of the whole thing. But he talks about how he went to the Oscars and he met some movie producers, and he pitched they wanted an idea, and he one of the ideas was like a superhero that the only way he can like help is if he rapes someone or something like that. And he's like, he rapes, but he saves. So then the last thing he says in the whole set is, he was talking about Bill Cosby, about how devastating it was to find out that he was a rapist and everything, and he's like, but I read that he gave the megaphone to Martin Luther King, and he helped a lot of people, all the kids in college, everything. He's like, so he rapes, but he saves.
Do you ever watch At Midnight? It's obviously not stand-up comedy per se, but it's more celebrity.
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't actually watch it regularly or anything there.
They had one the other day that it was like the 1990s throwback episode, so they pretended that they were in the 90s, and most of the jokes were basically based on what's happening in the 90s that has really changed in today's society, and how that they're making fun of it. And at one point they said something about like the most influential people in America, and one of the answers was Bill Cosby, and how he's the most beloved person, and how it takes some sort of crazy, diabolical, horrible acts for him to commit that would ever take him out of the public light.
Right. Well, I don't know why I said that.
It's so weird to think about the fact that like he was considered like the one of the most wholesome family people because of the Cosby Show, and really all the stuff that was actually happening back then. And I think the even crazier part to think about is if what he did had come out when the Cosby Show was on, it would not be nearly as big of a deal because of how different the times were then.
You think so?
I can't say not nearly as big of a deal. I think it would have still been a big deal, but we've come so far just in the past 20 years with the, more equality with women, let alone think of the gay rights issue.
Right.
The George W. Bush versus who the hell was he running against in 2004? Oh my God, who the hell was running in 2004?
I don't remember.
Either way, at that point, one of the biggest big-ticket issues was the whole gay rights thing. And how there was a whole set of people that were just completely against gay rights and gay marriage and all that stuff. Where, like, that wouldn't even be, like, that... We've come so far in such a short period of time that I really think it would have been a whole different public perception if that stuff had come out back then. And I'm not saying that that's right. I like where we're at now and how things are much more equal. But
I can't believe that there's still this debate about abortion and trying to change the Supreme Court to overturn.
So... that one I can still see a little bit better. Like, when it comes to the whole, like, gay rights thing, that thing always threw me off, because it's like, you're hurting nobody by, being, gay in any way, shape, or form. You can't tell me that somehow that is negatively impacting somebody else.
Right.
Whereas with the abortion debate, you definitely are going to have people who look at that as quote-unquote human life, and they therefore feel that there is pain and destruction being brought to something.
I just can't believe people think that you should force like a rape victim to give birth to their...
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you on the side of that subject where you stand, but I can understand a little bit more as to why that one is still a debate versus some of the other big things. I mean, it is kind of funny, like, I keep bringing up the gay thing just because it's the most easy one to talk about in the current circumstances, is people used to put those as almost like the same type of issue, when they're completely different issues.
Right. So I bought the fertilizer, by the way.
Did we buy the fertilizer spreader?
That's what I meant.
Okay. I thought you just bought the fertilizer.
It says it's at the store. I wonder what store it's at.
It's the one in the main area. Remember before we realized there was a button that you could see all the sales?
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Should be sitting out in the parking lot somewhere, I think.
Oh, there it is, just sitting there. Somebody can run it over.
Now, did you bring something? Take it home.
Yeah. I brought a tractor. It's a tiny little guy.
Yeah, if we bought the cheap one, it definitely probably is a tiny one. Man, this one wheat field was not even a full combine.
Jeez. Was that wheat?
The field we just did, I believe, is.
I think it's
Oh, wait,
canola.
no, it's some type of flour. I forgot.
Oh yeah, that was something that was selling, huh? How the fuck do you attach this damn thing?
Are you supposed to buy a hitch separately? That'd suck.
That's why it's so cheap.
It's like, it just sits there. That's why it's so cheap. It can spread wheat
Oh, here we go.
in
I
the
just
circle.
wasn't connected enough or close enough.
Running over a tree just to pull this combine up next to pipe it out.
Oh man, honk. Everything else I was able to pass through it. This damn light pole though, it's real deal.
I'm finding it's funny because there's these little tiny trees that you can just blow through like it's nothing, but a slightly larger tree just stops you in your tracks.
I was trying to kill a guy. Didn't let me live.
Man, the combine unloads really slow. But we got a lot of the sunflower stuff in there now. Not even a full truckload.
It's not sunflowers, right? It's
Yeah,
canola.
Yeah, canola, that's it. Because we can make canola oil. Like, what else do you do with canola?
I don't know. We saw it at the Gold Crest Pacific Grain though.
And they do whatever the hell they want with it.
Yeah, they do whatever. Oh wait, no, right. Agribusiness is paying a little bit more, so that's where I might take it. But yeah, we need soybeans still seem to be the thing to be selling right now.
And luckily, do we have 2 global soybeans planted?
We only one of the fields is not planted at all right now.
Oh. I wonder if we're supposed to fertilize it pre-planting as one of the fertilizing steps.
I don't know. I got to go back to town after I drop off the spreader to pick up some fertilizer. You know, where's Amazon when you need it?
I mean, do you think they have the drone delivery in this yet?
That'd be fantastic.
Do you think Amazon's really going to ever come out with this drone delivery?
Yes.
See, I've heard about it for so long, and I've heard about them doing all these test runs, but I've never... Maybe it's just because I'm in DC.
There's a lot of legal loopholes they're having to jump through, for one thing. Like, there's a lot of things that they're having to get regulation on. But also, have you seen their patent on their mega drone factories?
No.
So they have this thing that's the ideal circumstance for its use would be stuff like the Super Bowl, these sort of things. But they have these giant blimp factories.
The Super Bowl?
Super Bowl,
like Super Bowl,
the
football game,
the football thing, yeah, with the guys and the ball.
Yeah, the game I never watch ever.
Yeah. So it's like these giant blimps that are warehouses, and there's a handful of employees, but not many, and it's mostly just drone delivery. And they have a handful of things that you'll be able to order from like an app or something. That is relevant to whatever's going on. So if it's like the Super Bowl, things that would be great for tailgating, those sort of things is what they will sell, and they will basically fly it right down to you.
So like beer, MIC?
Maybe I don't know. I mean, that's just like the I don't think the Super Bowl is the actual like event that they're looking for. It'd be more like Woodstock type of thing, like festivals that sort of thing. That doesn't already have its own ability to sell you stuff, but yeah, that's one of the plans for the drones, to have drone fleets basically.
Because I have a funny feeling, since I live in DC, like for one, I was expecting DC to be one of those places that did the 2-hour delivery, but I think we can only get next day is the closest we have so far. But that also has to do with like whether there's a warehouse around or whatnot. Oh, look at this field.
Yeah,
this is unplanted. But drone, I don't know, maybe we'll never get drones here because of the fact that they'll never.
Yeah,
be able to
DC's a
find the
weird
airspace.
place, right? Yeah, there's not a lot of airspace there, and also, your houses are pretty much bullshit. Like the way that's all set up.
Don't be talking about my house like that.
It is though, man. I could not. You could not pay me to live where you live. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. It gives me anxiety just thinking about it. Like,
yeah, it definitely took. I grew up in a country. 10 acres, lived on a dirt road. You know, that's where my parents still live, in the house that since I was 3 I've lived at, and I miss that so much because I really love that type of living. The city life has its perks for sure. However, I would much prefer country life.
yeah. You know, I don't think we got paid. Oh, I guess we did. It just wasn't very much. Alright. Fertilizer spreader. What kind? That weed I sold started today. Just wasn't much. So do we actually have... We might have some solid fertilizer here. I don't know how to pick up a pallet. How do I get a pallet here?
I think we need like a pallet fork.
But how the hell am I going to pick this shit up when I go buy it?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Put it in the back of the pickup. Can we just...
Right, like how do I
two
get
of us
it?
get next to it and lift it?
Like we're going to run out of seeds and stuff eventually too.
Yep. Yes,
This
we are.
might be fertilizer. Oh, god damn it. I hit tab. I hate my life.
Where are you at now? Are you hiring workers and other...
The thing I hate the most about hitting tab is that you have to cycle through the damn trains, too.
Can you shift tab? I didn't even try.
Oh, I don't know. You know, for the longest time, I didn't know that shift tab.
Oh, shift tab saved my life. Like,
Saved your life.
Saved... I'm sorry, that's the wrong word for it. Changed my life. Before shift tab, I was a drug addict.
Yeah.
No, it's so... Again, with the whole tech-savvy business. For one, I hate when people just don't know about tabbing in general in fields, and I'm trying to go have them fill out like stuff in front of me so I can see what they were doing, and they have to like move their mouse and click on each of the fields. I try to make it a teaching moment for people, but that never seems to stick because it's just not what they're used to. But man, shift tab is so phenomenal.
You talk about it like it's like a donut or something.
I mean, it's basically tab is to donut as shift tab is to bacon covered donut.
Yeah, I've never had a bacon covered donut.
Me neither.
And you know what else? The white stuff that goes in our thing is fertilizer.
Well,
so I guess some fertilizer is used when we plant our seeds.
The white stuff that goes in our thing? You mean the blue?
In our planter. No, you know how there's white and... Well, yeah, I mean, it's a blue bag, but it's a white powder.
Oh, I didn't know. How do you know what color the powder is?
Because when you open up the back, you can see it.
You
and
can?
the seeds are brown. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. By the way, I'm planting this field with soybeans. We're going to be like
holy
soybean
shit.
farm is all we're going to do. What?
This fertilizer sprayer. It's wild.
Is it just the little 20 or 12 inch wide or 12 foot wide thing, or does it actually spread it?
It sprays it out the ass.
Is there a good delineation to know where it's getting like...
No.
That's not as good. You could probably look at the map. It would show you something about that, right?
You know, I wonder if there's a way down there on that map to change what you're seeing.
On the
you know what I mean?
Map? Good question. There could be. Because you're right, it shows us absolutely nothing.
Damn it.
That's a good point. How do I... I'm sure there is. I just unfortunately don't know what it is. Let me see if I can look at growth. Oh yeah, I can. Oh no, that's just the growing phase.
So,
Cultivated, plowed, withered, harvested. Soil composition. Oh yeah, blue is fertilized, and it shows the 3 different stages of fertilization. According to my map, you have not fertilized anything yet.
I know, that's what I was about to say. And I've sprayed this fertilizer. So now what?
Come spray a strip of my freshly planted. Maybe you have to hit the first stage first.
Well, this is... I wonder if you have to do it... Oh, are you planting on the field that we had not planted on yet?
Correct.
Yeah, you are.
So if you can do the strip to the that one right there and see if it shows up as fertilized. Oh yeah, I can see how it spreads out. That's interesting. And you're actually losing fertilizer and stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It also does not say fertilized on my map.
I wonder if you have to do it before you plant.
So yeah, do the strip next to me then. On the other side. No, that definitely, I can see the delineation.
Oh,
there.
yeah, the ground's changing color and stuff.
Yeah, it still doesn't say fertilized.
Huh.
But yeah, that ground definitely changed color, like.
I feel like this is what we're supposed to do. Maybe it takes a while. It has to soak in or something.
Do we have to water it or something? Your tractor is definitely leaving marks over my grass, though. Or over my plowed field. Oh, God. We're running 2 different lines now, actually. This is crazy.
What do you mean?
Your line of fertilizer is not exactly the edge of where I was done planting, so I was way off track in trying to follow the line. Wait, did I determine F1 got rid of that stupid menu?
It does.
It's not working for me.
You gotta hit it harder.
Nope, still nothing. I don't know. Wait, I have no more mouse control in this game. Oh my god, what'd I do? There we go, now my mouse control's back. Whoa, F1 doesn't work though. What the hell? And every time I hit F1, my mouse control goes away, because my mouse control is gone again. There we go.
You got a little problem.
What is happening? Oh my god, I'm so confused.
I hope this fertilizer does something.
I mean,
It's actually... Go ahead.
I was going to say it'd be a nice waste of money if it doesn't.
It's actually not that bad to put on because it's such a wide spread.
Yeah, maybe it was that cheap for a reason. Unless it just has to get to the next, we are going on the absolute slowest speed, so it might only update every hour? Though it's...
Oh, yeah. I guess we could speed that up a little bit. 5
Though
is
it's
probably...
updating the planting part. Real time.
Yeah, I feel like the fertilizer should, but it might have to soak in.
Excuse me.
Oh.
That's went completely sideways across my field to go to a little strip that I missed. What if I go this direction? What happens? I'm gonna really throw this thing off. Oh wow! I can have the grains in this field going multiple different directions if I wanted to. Oh, it gives you 3 different patterns of the way it could actually be, it looks like. It could be up and down, left and right, or at a 45-degree angle are the patterns you can leave behind for planting. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but...
I don't.
So, when I'm driving up and down the field, it's automatically... It makes it look like I did it completely pretty when I get a couple layers in, even if I didn't perfectly do it in a straight line. Basically the pattern on top of the grass is always showing me this nicely plowed field when you're done. You can also do sideways to have the grains look like they're going the opposite direction, or the field stripe lines.
Okay.
Or you can do apparently a 45-degree angle across the field.
That'd be weird.
It would be weird, but I'm just saying it showed me the pattern for it.
How do we get gas?
Well, my guess would be based on the types of equipment that we're using that we don't.
Or diesel.
Yes, we have to get some type of fuel, which would probably be diesel. They always yell at us at the fire station if we talk about filling up with gas.
Oh God, motherfucker.
Yeah, those bastards.
I fucking hit that button. That tabby button.
Are you cultivating that field over there?
I am. You ready to work it up again?
I wonder if... Oh, no, you can't, because... Does the seed spreader have to go on the back?
The
fertilizer thing?
No.
I was wondering if you could fertilize while cultivating.
It'd probably be a big waste, though. Because it spreads so wide, it's just a few stripes and you're done.
True. We're going to have to find some of the equipment that we can attach multiple pieces to the same tractor at the same time.
Run a train. That has a different meaning.
It does. Running a train, and as far as I understand, means like a train conductor. And,
right, exactly. Choo choo.
Yep, choo choo, exactly. There's one of those on this map over on the other side. We'll go run a train later for the audience to see. I mean, sometimes, little kids grow up and they love trains, so I'm going to show the children the running of the train.
I don't think that's kid friendly.
The running of the train? I don't understand. Yeah, we need a wider seed spreader for sure.
Yeah, we need a wider everything, honestly. Can't wait till we have more money.
The nice thing is you spent $6 or $8 grand on that.
6.
And we're only net down 2 since starting this episode, I believe. So I think we're at 42.
Yeah, because I sold that wheat, and we need to sell the canola too.
And then we can purchase. What's the next big purchase? I would say a baler, except for the fact that we're now planting nothing that needs the baling.
Oh, did these things not?
Because so.
Well, the setting on the thing was the soybeans don't want to do the baling for sure. The setting on the thing for this canola was with it spreading it out instead of. I wonder if no, I was about to say I wonder if we could fill the cultivator because it's got that spray on the back. I was wondering if we could spread fertilizer with it, but I bet not.
I'm betting not, but that'd be interesting to. I guess why would you ever cultivate and spray though? Spray fertilizer.
Yeah, you would. And I was just wondering if we could have saved $6,000.
Well, we're gonna spend more than that in maintenance on some of these machines a month.
6,000.
Yeah, with how old they are. Okay, wait, we hit the next hour. Let me see. Nope, still no.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look that up between episodes and see.
Oh, wait a what?
What?
Okay, if you go to the soil composition map, you can turn on and off the views for the either fertilized or needs plowing.
Yeah.
Everything says it needs plowing for some reason, which is the layer on top. So if you turn that off, then it shows us our fertilized.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Why everything needs plowing, even if it's got something planted in it, I'm not really 100% certain.
So that's not showing as fertilized until you plant the seeds in it, though, is it?
It doesn't appear so. At least not the next stage of fertilized.
Right. What's weird is
There's an
that
outline
whole
on
12
field
is
15.
well that and also the all
everything
12.
seems to be at the first stage of fertilization, which maybe means not fertilized at all.
Okay,
And
but that
then-
is
I don't
where I
actually know.
went right now. That's the blue. Once you plant it, it becomes dark blue, right? Or do I need to go back over it after you plant it?
Yeah, I was gonna say because you did that first strip though on this field, and it's the same color as if you hadn't even touched it yet. It seems.
Yeah. But then I did that one strip up there on the other thing, and it does show it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I'm not 100% certain what's going on with this.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Well, we're out of time, so I guess we'll do more
All right, guys.
research.
See you next time.